Welcome to this quick start guide for this TicToxic Studios EOS plugin, now available on FAB. This plugin gives you streamlined access to Epic online services directly through blueprints. No C++ required. Whether you're working with title storage, user presence, or any other EOS-powered features, this tool simplifies integration and gives you full control inside blueprint scripting. In this video, I'll walk you through installation, setup, and core usage examples to help you get started quickly and avoid common pitfalls. If you're looking to add online features to your project without diving into the EOS SDK in C++, this plugin was made for you. Let's get into it. Let's jump into doing the plugins. We have this guy, we need to enable it. We also need to enable anything that deals with EOS. So let's type that in. We got the overlay input provider, the voice chat, online services, the game services, and the socket subsystem. Anything with EOS, enable and restart. We have enabled the plugin. Now we need to get to the DefaultEngine.ini file. When I initially recorded this, I sounded like a rambling idiot, so I'm going to redo this in VoiceOver. Go to my webpage and download the quick start guide. Go to the section that talks about the DefaultEngine.ini and copy it into your DefaultEngine.ini file. There's two sections there, one to start your own project, one to follow along with here. Pick which one you want. If you need more information about how to set up your own project, the first video I did on the Epic Online subsystem still holds true on that part. I'll put a link in the upper corner here. When copying from the quick start guide to your DefaultEngine.ini file, things to watch out for. The word wrap copies over, I don't like that, and the page numbers copy over. After everything's copied into your DefaultEngine.ini file, save the file and open back up Unreal Engine to your project. If you go to the EOS subsystem plugin, by searching for EOS, you'll see that everything that you added to the DefaultEngine.ini file is now populated into there. But you'll also notice that it says to restart the Unreal Engine to apply the changes. Go ahead and shut it down and open it up again. Sometimes it doesn't always copy when it initially populates. It put all the information in its correct place. This is new to 5.5 and 5.6. We can turn that on if we want. Now that we have everything enabled, let's make a new map. No, you know what? No, we'll keep this one. Level top down. That's fine. What we're going to do here is we're going to go bring up a blueprint. To make sure that this works properly, what we got to do is we need to create an online manager. It does not have to be persistent, but I like it to be persistent. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to create a new game instance. You can see that there's one here already set up for you, but I'm going to make a brand new one and I'll show you how it's done. Let's bring up the project settings. Go to Maps and Modes and switch to that. We need a function on initialize. What we're going to do is we're going to create EOS login manager. And what we need to do is save that as the online manager. That gives us power to everything. So now if you look, we can go here. See how there's the TicToxic Studio stuff. This is everything we can do. We're going to jump into begin play and we need to get our game instance and we need to cast it to our demo, right? And since I don't want to keep casting it, I'm going to go ahead and promote this to a variable and we can just leave it as that. And what we're going to do is get the online manager that we created. We're going to save that because I'm going to need that a lot, right? And then here, we go down here to the TicToxic Studios stuff, go online. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the is logged in, and we're going to do a little print screen. We're going to do is logged in. Is not logged in. All right. Why don't we run this, find out what happens. Is not logged in. So if it's not logged in, we are going to get ourselves logged in. Log in to EOS. What I'm going to do first, assign login success. I also want to assign login fail. Okay. And then we're going to go into here. And I'm going to do is log in with, we'll do persistent authentication. In the coding, if you do persistent authentication and it fails, it will automatically jump to the account portal. And what we're going to do is we're going to say, we're going to jump here. And we're going to do print a string. We're going to say login failed. If it's successful, we're going to say get player name. Okay. Append space logged in. And we're going to just jump right down here if it's already logged in. So let's find out what happens. It's not logged in. TicToxic Studios is logged in. We are now logged in. We are logged in. You can go down here to the output window. You can see right here, all the login success. Online subsystem was EOS. Persistent login was successful. Server logged in. Login complete success. TicToxic Studios logged in. So let's see if it's still logged in. Let's see what it says. Is logged in. TicToxic Studios is logged in. It kept my login. So what we're going to do is we are going to pull stats. We can pull single or multiple. Let's just go ahead and do multiple. We're going to do this off of debug. Oh my God. Key one. Debug key one. In the page, we can go to game services, stats, live. See that? These are the stats that I already have here. Let's go ahead and make an array. So we've got collected, level 1 high score. Those are all just example ones that I've been using over time. And number of jumps. What I'm probably going to want to do here is assign on pull stat complete, right? And we probably should do a fail because I have it. Assign pull stat fail. And again, let's just print for now. Of course, you can send this to like a display or whatever you want. So what this does when it pulls is it puts it to the stat data, right? This is all the stats. So what we're going to do is do a for each. This is how you would even get a single stat. You can just, right? For each loop. So let's take a look here. So it should auto log in and I'll hit number 1. There they are. All right, perfect. So that's how stats work. We're going to upload a stat real quick. Let's do key 2. And what we can do is assign on stat upload complete. So let's upload a stat. So when we hit key 2, what we're going to do is, hold on, before we do that, let's find out what are our values here. Which one should we do? Let's do collected. All right, we're going to add to collected when you hit key 2. This is called ingesting stats. We're going to ingest a single stat and we're going to make the stat info. And what we're going to do is we're going to sum 1. So you can tell what kind it is. Max, min, and set, which also is in the developer options. What we're going to do is we're going to get collected. I'm going to put it in here. And we're going to add 1 to it. And we're going to ingest a single stat. Then when it's done, we are going to jump up here and we're going to go ahead and just print all of them. Logged in. That's what we're at. 30. We're at collected is at 19. That's it. Add one. Now you can see collected is at 20. Let's add another one. Didn't do anything, but if I pull it again with one, sometimes it takes a second to upload, process, and be able to. And if you're doing it this fast, can't keep up. So now we can update the stats, and this is player specific. Key 3. Again, online manager, that's where everything is set. We're going to do leaderboards. Leaderboard, we can get the player rank, all that stuff. So, to do this, we're going to bind leaderboard read complete. What we're going to do is we are going to read a leaderboard. Once we pull the leaderboard, it will go to this leaderboard data right here. It will set to that. The leaderboards. Let's go back here. All these ones that we were doing, we're going to go with the leaderboard of most collected.
Let me clarify this more clearly. The rank is a zero-based index used as the center point for the leaderboard query. The size determines how many entries to fetch on both sides of that rank. The data returned, however, is in one-based positions, not zero-based ranks. For example, if the rank is 9, meaning position 10 in the leaderboard, and the size is 2, the system returns 5 total entries, positions 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. This includes 2 positions before the center itself, and 2 after. Edge cases are capped to valid positions. So if the rank is 0 and the size is 2, there are no entries before rank 0. The query would return just positions 1, 2, and 3.
All right, what's next? Pulled the leaderboard. We can see the leaderboards. Let's look at some title storage. So the title files enumerated means that I'm reading the title file, what the different title files available are. To use title storage, you must first load the title data. Once this completes, the onTitle files enumerated callback is triggered, returning an array of file names as strings. You can then read individual title files by name using this list. However, reading all the files in the list simultaneously can lead to issues, such as overlapping callbacks, race conditions, or multiple reads executing unexpectedly. The best practice is to read files with known names and parse them explicitly rather than attempting to read the entire list dynamically. When uploading files to title storage, each file is assigned a tag that you can choose. This tag must be specified in the EOS settings within the project settings under the Epic Online Service section. Without it, the system will not recognize or grant access to the file at runtime. Let's go over user presence, and no, not the gift kind. User presence is what your friends see on their friends list. You can set it online, away, extended away, do not disturb, or offline. You can also include a custom message like in the lobby or in menu to give more context. One key thing, this doesn't work in editor. You'll need to package the product to actually see it in action. You don't have to set the presence at login unless you want a custom message to show right away. If you skip it, it will just default to online playing whatever game name. There's also a clear presence function, which resets everything back to default display. In the blueprint example I'm using here, I've set up a simple toggle between 2 states, online with one message and away with another. You'll see it working correctly once the project is built and run. Now that the project has been packaged and is running, you can see the overlay is working, and you can see that the custom message at login displays properly. Now when I press the key to change it to an away message, you can see that the user presence has gone to the taking a break message that I had put in, and I should be able to toggle it back. All right, that wraps up the overview of TicToxic Studios EOS Plugin. In this video, we covered everything you need to get started, including plugin setup, logging in users, getting and uploading stats, working with leaderboards, managing title storage, the setting user presence, all through blueprints. The plugin is now available on FAB. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you out, drop a like and subscribe, and follow TicToxic Studios for more Unreal Engine tools, tutorials, and plugin updates. More features and improvements are on the way, so stay tuned and best of luck with your project.